Yesterday something happened to me which completely shocked me and actually taught me a very important lesson. And so what happened was, for some context, I normally ride a manual bike because I just prefer it. But then a couple days ago, I broke it, okay? I'm not gonna go into the details, but all you have to know is it is unrideable. And so what I had to do is I had to use the spare electric bike. I didn't really mind it, it was just temporarily as I got my bike fixed. But then on the way back from the gym, I saw this guy. He was driving a golf cart, which isn't uncommon in my residence. But what was uncommon is he wasn't driving any golf cart. He was driving like a modded golf cart. He had like added an engine or something, and instead of it being able to go like 15 kilometers an hour, it was going like 35. And so this guy's just like zooming around the streets. He's going absolutely crazy, and it is like 7 already. It is getting pretty late, but I'm just on my way home when I see this guy, and he starts like honking at my bike. But instead of like doing anything about it, I decided that I was gonna prove that on that bike I would have been faster than his, super powered golf cart. And so I just started like racing. And so I just want you to imagine there's like me and this guy just on like a straight road going uphill at night. It is dark. And then it finally gets to the turn where I would normally go to my house, and he goes the other way. And it ends there. We were like neck and neck, but he just barely won by literally like less than 5 seconds. And so I was a little disappointed in myself, I was like, how did I let this happen? Especially on like an electric bike. How could I let him beat me like this? And so I felt really bummed, And so as I'm going to my house and I'm getting ready to turn off the electric bike, I see that it wasn't on to begin with. I had been racing this guy on the electric bike without any assistance, but it was so dark that I didn't even realize that the bike was off. I thought I was getting like the max assistance possible, and this guy was just beating me like crazy. And the second I realized that, I learned a very simple lesson. You are only using 50% of your actual power. I know a lot of people who in the gym, they stop when they still have like 10 more reps in them. Or they stop running after 10 kilometers when they could still run an extra 20. And especially, they stop working when they could still be working for an extra 5 hours before actually getting tired. That is because you are only using 50% of your actual power. Like me, when I was on that bike, you are limiting yourself because you believe you are only capable of something. If I knew I had no assistance on that bike, I would have probably gone a lot slower. But just because I believed that I was going faster because of the assistance, I went so much faster than I would have ever been able to. Purely because of the fact that I believed I could. You are setting yourself these limitations, like how much you're able to lift, how much you're able to run, how much you're able to work, without even realizing what your actual limit is. Our only limits are the ones we have in our head. People who are successful, it's not because of their genetics or whatever, but it's because they've set themselves no limits. So there is nothing stopping them from trying their hardest. You believe that you're just another normal guy, you have nothing special about you, so you don't train hard enough because you don't think you have to. Stop allowing these limits to stop you. You don't have any limits. You are forcing yourself to believe you do. Because others have told you that, you would never be able to run this much, never be able to make that much money, so subconsciously you believe you can't either. Don't let other people decide what you're able to do. Because if you don't, just like me on that bike, you will do so much more than you ever thought you could. I was going the speed of a super powered golf cart on an electric bike that was turned off going uphill just because I truly thought that it was the assistance giving me the speed. Maybe I'm just going a little bit crazy because of this little bike story, but I truly believe you could be doing so much more than you are right now. And I know deep down you know that too. Stop letting other people limit you, and especially stop letting you limit you. The only way you will ever change yourself is if you change yourself. I know that sounds stupid, but think about it. Nothing will change if you don't change anything. That is one of my favorite quotes of all time. You can't expect the result to change if you don't change yourself. So I hope I was able to help you out with this video. I hope that the second you get off, you actually start working again. You start pushing yourself and breaking your limits. And if you don't know what to do, here's the action step for today. The second you go off, whatever you do for the rest of your day, the second you choose to quit, keep pushing. Keep trying harder and harder and never quit. Because if you do, just maybe, you could do so much more than you were ever able to. So, as always, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I want you to get to work. So God bless you. Have a great rest of your day, and amen.